Democrats did not show up and vote. But in this community, what people stood on was value and principle and morals. And that's what they wanted. So yes, you saw a backlash towards these pro-genocide candidates. But again, it wasn't an abandonment of any party. Rather, it was the reaction to the party abandoning the residents of the city of Dearborn.
Yeah, certainly makes sense. Ryan, I know you have a question for him.
Yes, CNN had a rather incredible take last night, effectively that Kamala Harris was kind of too critical of Israel. I want to roll this for you, if we can put up this this thought here.
Republican Jewish coalition that was all over the airwaves. Yeah. A bunch of women sitting around, Jewish women, just saying, I can't stand him, but I felt like we were supporting Israel and we were stronger and we were tougher. And I think that resonates with people.
And then to your point, the ad that came out that was beating Kamala up around fear about Israel not being protected. There was never a response from the campaign on that, which I thought was a big mistake. Amanda Berman from Zioness had to raise money, run her own ads trying to fight back alone. That didn't work. So, but listen, you tied her to the economy, you tied her to Biden, you tied her to weird, and it was not a good
I agree with everything you're saying. I just didn't want to engage in the autopsy before before we've called the race and before she dropped out. But, you know, one thing on that, the answer on I can't think of anything offhand about where she would differ with Biden was disastrous, and there's no doubt about it. The question is what motivated it and whether she just felt she did not want to.
Loyalty.
Yes, loyalty. And so she should have just said, look, I'm grateful to him. I'm proud of many of the things we did together, and I'm not going to critique him. I'm talking about the future. Would have been a better answer.
What do you make of that argument that she was actually not supportive enough of Israel?
I think that warmongers will continually beat the drums to continue dragging us into wars. If you look at every poll that came out, Democrats, independents, even young Republicans, they all wanted a president who was willing to bring forth an arms embargo to hold Benjamin Netanyahu accountable. Benjamin Netanyahu is not a popular individual across America. This war is not popular. The use of our U.S. taxpayer dollars to continually fund this genocide is not popular. So they very much missed the mark. I don't think it was a problem of what these individuals had spoken to. I clearly think it was the distancing from President Biden on the issue of Gaza that led to a portion of the defeat.
We saw certainly Benjamin Netanyahu placing his chips on Trump winning. Israelis overwhelmingly wanted Trump to be victorious. I know you have no illusions about the president-elect at this point. What do you expect from him vis-a-vis this conflict?
If we've learned anything in 16, it's learn to not expect, because you're going to be surprised at every turn. And so for us, the message I have for my residents, the message I have for my community is that the real work begins every day before and after an election. And so for us, we have to hold to account whoever assumes that White House. In this case, it will be Donald Trump. And we're ready and prepared to organize, to mobilize, to protest, and to continually call for policies to help improve and save lives, be it in this country and across the globe.
You know, Donald Trump, in his victory speech, gave a shout out to Muslim Americans who had helped put him over the finish line. Are people in Dearborn now considering themselves to be part of that coalition at the table where they can negotiate with Trump, or are people thinking of themselves as kind of outside the coalition and protesting to kind of push him in a direction?
I don't think anybody is disillusioned by what Trump represents. I think even those who may have cast their vote, what they know is they know how to hold individuals accountable, and that's what they're going to do. Politicians will tell you whatever it takes in order to get themselves elected. And this happens far too often. And so I think what you're going to see here is people just look to each and every single policy that comes forward. Again, if we look at the candidates that won yesterday, skipping the top of the ballot, look towards the down ballot candidates. These are the individuals that were in the community, knocking on doors, who weren't shy to take tough votes on issues that impacted this community directly, who aligned with where the center of America is now on the issue of Israel and Palestine. And so I think what needs to happen is a deep reflection from the Democratic Party, from both parties, on the issue of Israel and Palestine, and for those parties to move, for their centers to move, just as the American center has moved.
Yeah.
Mayor, thank you so much. We're really grateful. I know we're the first interview that you gave today, so we really are grateful for that and always appreciate your insights.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.